welcome back to another video. Now this video is really overdue. I planned on doing an autumn wardrobe essentials video, but autumn just, it came and it went. I think we were robbed of autumn by coronavirus, which, you know, it just is what it is. But I feel like now we have been let out again into the wild and we can wear outerwear and things like that, which is really fun, and I'm really grateful that we get to do that for the winter time. So I am skipping the autumn and we're going straight into my, I guess, winter wardrobe essentials video. This is kind of different for everyone depending on your style, but I just thought I would share my personal wardrobe essentials, things that I've kind of like had on a list that I feel like are absolute essentials, and then you can kind of build off these things. But if you didn't want to spend any more money, but I feel like if you just want to spend your money on really quality essentials in your wardrobe and just focus on wearing those, I am completely all about that. So I've been on quite a journey, I guess, changing my habits with shopping. I used to be one of those girls that wanted to buy something new every single week. I would just go to all like the usual suspects, Zara, H&M, Glassons, that kind of thing. I've always liked nice things, and I've always kind of invested in better quality pieces from more premium brands over the years, but now I've really refined my shopping habits and my wardrobe to purely just quality investments. I really enjoy living like this. I find that every single purchase of mine is completely planned and well thought out. I look for gaps in my wardrobe, and then I spend a long time going through lots of stores online and in real life retail stores looking for that particular thing that I feel like is missing from my wardrobe. And I love having more of a, it's not a strict capsule wardrobe, but it is more of a capsule wardrobe because I'm trying to just have almost one of everything, a few options of some things just to mix up outfits, but generally just keep it to one or two of each sort of item in my wardrobe. So yeah, I pretty much have everything I need in my winter wardrobe, which is amazing. And then I guess in the years to come, I might, you know, I might not like a piece anymore and I might want to donate to charity or take it to Recycle Boutique or Teddy's or anywhere like that where someone else can buy it from a secondhand store and then replace that item with an updated thing. So I'm always kind of taking things out and putting things back in rather than just buying the same thing over and over again in different styles or colors or whatever. I've also kind of gone down a journey where I just love keeping things really neutral, and you guys will notice that throughout this video. So that keeps things really simple in terms of styling. I can mix and match pretty much everything together. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way that I've decided to kind of, I guess, look after my wardrobe and invest, and yeah, we may as well get straight into it. So my first absolute essential is obviously a pair of jeans, and when it comes to jeans I do like to have some options. So I'm currently wearing my Agolde Riley high-rise black jeans, and as you can see they are basically a perfect fit. So these are actually the second Agolde, I don't know how to say it, Agolde, I don't know. I got them from Supret. You can get them at all sorts of places all around the world, but in New Zealand you can get them from Supret. And these jeans are, I can't put it into words. So I'm 5'2". I find it impossible to find a pair of jeans that actually fit me, that I don't have to chop at the bottom. These ones are my perfect length, so they are meant to be cropped on a normal person, but on me being 5'2", these are full length and I absolutely love them. They are the most flattering jeans. I actually bought them originally in the blue pair, which I'll show you next, but these are the black and they are just delightful. They make me feel really confident. They go with everything. I wear them daytime, I wear them nighttime. This black pair actually is 98% cotton, 2% elastane, so these ones have a slight stretch in them and they cling to your body a little bit more, which is nice because I would tend to wear these going out for dinner or going to do something with friends in the evening, and you might want to wear like a nice top and then you really want your legs to look nice and flattering. And I just feel like these jeans really elongate my legs, especially if I'm wearing a pair of pointed boots. But they're just so comfy because they have that little bit of stretch. I do wear these at home when I'm working quite a lot. Yeah, if you're short like me, definitely go and check these out. The quality of them are just absolutely gorgeous. So a detail that I really love about these is that they do have a button fly, which I find is a lot more flattering than a zip. I feel like zippy flies can kind of sag around that area, which is obviously not going to be flattering. They're kind of annoying to do up and to take off all the time. but you kind of just get used to it, and I just feel like they are much more comfortable with the button fly. I don't know, I'm personally just a fan. You can see it is kind of more of a vintage wash black. You can kind of see here. It's not too light washed, like they are still black jeans, but they do have a nice vintagey look to them, which you know I'm obviously a fan of. So yeah, these are my perfect jeans. You could do black and denim for your winter wardrobe, and then in spring I am planning on investing in the cream pair. Now these are not cheap jeans, but the quality of them is just amazing. Like the denim just feels really beautiful. I've absolutely thrashed both this pair and my other pair. I haven't even had to wash them yet. You will pretty much find me wearing either these ones or the blue ones pretty much every single day. And they are so comfortable, even to the point where I can wear them all day at home working, like off the couch, and I could wear these literally all day, both pairs. They are so comfortable. But the funny thing is, and you will know this if you have a pair of these, when you first buy them you almost like do them up and you can't even sit in them. You really wear them in, but honestly I'm pretty sure once you wear them in they stretch probably just over a half size, maybe even a full size. Like my blue ones were more rigid denim, so they've stretched heaps, but yeah, they should be quite tight when you first buy them, and then they're gonna stretch a lot. So you don't want to actually, you kind of want to buy a size where you can almost do the button up and you are extremely uncomfortable. Wear them for 2 days and they will be like, they will fit you like a glove. So this is the blue pair I was talking about. This is my first pair of Agolde Riley high-rise jeans. They are kind of a light vintage blue wash as well. I feel like they're coming up more blue on camera, but they are a little bit more of a true denim in real life. I just love them. They've got the exact same style, so they're the same button fly. They are cropped. But I cannot even tell you how much I love these jeans. The fabric is amazing. So these ones are actually 100% cotton. They don't have the elastane. So they have that more really cool, rigid denim look, which I personally am a massive fan of. I just think they look so good. They really like hug you around the butt, but they have that perfect straight leg. They both do. They have that perfect straight leg that is still flattering, because I feel like sometimes if the straight leg of denim is way too wide, it can look really unflattering, especially if you are a lot shorter. You can't really get away with it. So these are the perfect straight leg jeans. Honestly, for shorter people, they are absolutely amazing. So my next wardrobe essential would be just basically a long sleeved t-shirt. So this one is from Seed Heritage. It is 100% cotton, but these I just wear them all the time because I like that they can protect your cashmere or your knitwear, whatever you're wearing on top. But they are just really the ultimate layering piece. It's like a t-shirt but for the winter time. You want to go for cotton because it's more breathable, it's more softer on your skin, it's not going to cause you any irritation. But yeah, I love this one from Seed. You could get away with wearing some nice jewelry and a crossbody bag, maybe a little cardigan or something. It's probably more of an autumn look, but for the winter this is definitely just one of those layering pieces that are 100% essential. I also have it in black and they pretty much are just constantly on rotation. Next up, I want to move into the category of layering knits. Now I think it's really important, especially with this category, to have some options, because you can't really just wear something like this all day every day for the rest of the season. So I have options. This one is more something I would probably wear definitely layered down in South Island, but in Auckland you could probably just get away with wearing this in a jacket, or maybe even this on its own. At the moment it's still actually quite warm, but this is probably my favorite knit that I own right now. It's from Kowtow. It is made from 100% organic and fair trade certified cotton, and it is beautiful. The quality of this knit, and just even being cotton and still being as warm as it is, it's just beautiful. It is the nicest layering knit. I'm obsessed with the neck detail. This with any sort of blazer or jacket or cardigan on top, it just really, I don't know, there's something about it that I love. I love the cream and the ribbed texture peeking out of a blazer or a jacket, or even just wearing it on its own with a crossbody bag. I also actually love the details on the sleeves. They are like extra long sleeves, but again I love them tucking out of a blazer. They kind of keep you really warm. But yeah, peeking out of a blazer or a jacket, they just look really, really luxurious and nice, and gives you that really nice cozy look. Really, this is the ultimate knit, and I wanted to invest in this one from Kowtow because Kowtow is just an incredible New Zealand brand. They are like 100% ethical, environmentally sustainable, just such a beautiful brand. So if you're from overseas and you haven't checked out Kowtow, definitely check them out, because they are very quickly becoming my favorite New Zealand brand. I'm just obsessed with everything they do. I'm just obsessed. I've been wearing this non-stop, and it's a good one to wear in the daytime. You could wear this even to work with a blazer. You could wear it out in the evenings with a leather jacket. Like, it is just the most versatile knit, and I literally want it in a billion other different shades of neutral. If they bring this out in a black, I'm 100% buying it. This winter I decided it was time to start investing in some cashmere, and now that I've been wearing a lot of cashmere, I now realize that it is so worth it. It is so soft, it is so warm. I read somewhere that cashmere is like 50% warmer than sheep's wool. So I got this crew neck knit from Marle. It is a beautiful oatmeal colour. Again, you guys can tell I'm very much into the ribbing detail, but this is 100% cashmere. It is so warm. It is probably a bazillion times warmer than this knit. So it's going to be perfect to layer down south, but because it's like a really nice thin, more fitted crew neck piece of knitwear, it is just perfect for layering. So you could wear another jumper on top with a jacket, you could wear a cardigan with a jacket, you could wear quite a few things on top of this and be like insanely warm. But I just really love it, and I've worn it a bazillion times. It doesn't even look like it's going to start bobbling anytime soon, which can happen with cashmere, but I just find it is so beautiful. I feel like $1 million whenever I wear my cashmere jumpers. Like, I am a complete invest in cashmere convert now. And yeah, this one from Marle, I'm pretty sure they still have it in stock. This is the Johanna knit, and yeah, it is perfect. I cannot wait to continue wearing it throughout the winter, and I was very pleased with this purchase. I made this purchase at the start of autumn actually, so I've had it for a while, but yeah, I've really started wearing it all the time now that it's starting to get a little bit more chilly. And again, nice to have that lighter color popping out from underneath, like a dark coat or jacket as well, because it is that lighter oatmeal color. My next kind of knitwear category is the chunky knits. So we've got our layering knits. These are more something you couldn't really wear with a cardigan on top. You'd have to wear quite a roomy coat or jacket on top of them, but they are a little bit more chunky, I guess more so designed to wear on their own. So this one is actually a cotton cashmere blend from Seed. I don't think they stock it anymore. This was part of their Conscious collection, but I think it's my favorite chunky knit that I've ever owned. It has this beautiful neck detail, and this sort of very similar to the Kowtow knit that kind of looks really, really flattering and pulls out your shoulders a little bit. But yeah, I love wearing this tucked into jeans. I love the color. It's a really nice warm neutral white, and then I would say like a coffee color sort of blend. It has big balloon sleeves, which is a feature I am a massive fan of. Just makes it look a little bit different, a little bit more, I would say, dressy. Like, you could totally get away with wearing a pair of boots and a handbag and go out for a nice dinner with some nice jewelry. It's a little bit more, I don't want to just say dressy, but it's a little bit more dressy. You could also wear it very casual with some pants or some jeans or some sneakers. Because this particular knit isn't available anymore, I will try and link some similar ones below. But I just love this so much. I'm so pleased I managed to get my hands on it. It was gifted from Seed. I do a lot of work with them. Because it has the cashmere blend, it is quite warm and it is very, very soft. The only thing with this bigger kind of chunkier knit is that you do have to be really careful with your rings. And then walking past things where you might get a thread caught. That is a nightmare. And it has happened a few times with this jumper. And you can imagine my reaction. Not very happy. So you have to be careful, but I just think chunky knits are amazing, and this one is just absolutely beautiful. Chunky knits are definitely a must-have in your wardrobe. My last piece of knitwear that I have to share with you guys is kind of like a mixture of everything. First of all, it is a turtleneck. Obviously amazing for really cold days. It's black, which I love because I can wear it from daytime to nighttime. I can definitely dress it up and get away with wearing it in a more kind of dressy situation, but I can also wear it casual with sneakers and jeans. Yeah, so this is from Standard Issue. So again, with cashmere, it's obviously going to be an investment. I bought my Marle cashmere, but this one was actually gifted from Standard Issue, which I was very, very grateful for. And this cashmere is just like unbelievably soft. The thing I love about Standard Issue is that they are a New Zealand brand, but they actually make everything in New Zealand, which a couple of the New Zealand brands, their clothes are actually made overseas. But the Standard Issue factory is actually in Auckland. They make all of their clothes here. The cashmere is just divine. And yeah, I love having this piece in my collection because it is so versatile, but it's so warm. And I love that it's kind of, I don't know, I would say it's between a a layering knit and a chunky knit. It is kind of thin, which is fine with cashmere because you can have a thinner jumper but it's going to keep you like so warm, because cashmere is so much warmer than any other sort of like wool or mohair or anything like that. But I can probably layer this with a little bit more. The details are really nice. So they have this sort of ribbing on the cuff, which you can see here, and I really like that detail, and it just comes really nicely to the end of my arm. It's a really nice length in the arms for me, and then it is sort of almost a slightly cropped style, so it's really easy to just tuck into my jeans, and I don't have all this like extra fabric sitting around. It is like a shorter cropped length, which I do really like, and it means you can wear some nice high-waisted black jeans with boots and wear this out for dinner, and it can look really chic and dressy. But then again, during the day it's perfect for layering. So yeah, this is an amazing piece. It is honestly probably the warmest knit I've ever owned in my entire life. This is the kind of piece that you would invest in, and this should literally last in your wardrobe forever. It is cashmere, so you would need a cashmere comb to kind of debobble it every few years or so, or once a season, but really this sort of thing should last in your wardrobe forever. I found that when I buy knitwear from Glassons or from H&M, firstly it's all made from like polyester, which is basically made from plastic bottles, so I try and steer clear from polyester as much as I can. Sometimes you'll have like a beautiful wool coat and the lining will be polyester, and in those sorts of situations you kind of have to go, oh okay. A lot of brands use it because it's cheap and you can manipulate it into all sorts of different textures, but you will find that like those knits that you buy from the more cheaper affordable places, they do end up looking really shabby and gross the following season, whereas something like a cashmere, you can keep reviving it every single season. So moving on to outerwear, I think everyone can agree that you need a good blazer in your autumn and winter wardrobe. I even like having like a linen blazer in summer and autumn as well, because it's quite nice to throw over if it gets a little bit chilly when you're out for dinner. But definitely any sort of blazer in autumn winter is completely essential. So this is one that I got last year from Ruby, and even this would be nice to wear out for dinner with the black turtleneck. You can kind of see how you can make things look more dressy, or you could wear just like the long sleeved cotton t-shirt with this over the top, with a scarf, some jeans and some boots, or some sneakers. It can be a little bit more casual. But I love a granddad style blazer. I feel like they were really in, I would say maybe not last year but the year before, 2 winters ago, but I personally am still really into them. I think Ruby are doing something really similar this season as well. So this is from last year. I will link below if it's available. And yeah, just a really nice neutral tone. It's got like a brown sort of undertow. It's not really a grey checkered blazer, it's more brown taupey sort of colour. On the cuffs it has these sort of tortoise shell style buttons, which are a really nice detail. It's single breasted. It has 2 pockets, which is amazing, and it definitely is that more oversized style of blazer, which I personally like. I don't really like a fitted blazer. I like everything to be oversized. I just think it looks a little bit more chic and a little bit more stylish, and I just love wearing this even just with my sneakers, like during the day. It looks great. So yeah, blazers are awesome because you can wear them during the daytime, you can wear them in the nighttime, and it's sort of tailoring more manly kind of outerwear, especially with tailored pants as well. That's very in at the moment, and I am on the hunt for some tailored pants. Ideally some wool ones I think would be really nice, but it is the kind of thing that you can't rush and you have to buy the perfect ones. I think finding the perfect oversized blazer is a lot easier. But yeah, I love this one. This is literally going to stay in my wardrobe forever. I can absolutely guarantee it. And that's the thing, when you do buy a good quality one, it should stay in your wardrobe pretty much almost forever. There's no reason why it shouldn't. Definitely one of those things that you invest in once and it should last in your wardrobe for a really long time. So you've got your blazer. Next up on the essentials list would definitely be a wool coat for me personally. So this is one I've had, okay, let me think about this. I would say I've had this for 5 years. This is an emerald green coat from Stolen Girlfriends Club. I've had this for so long. I love it. I really don't think I will ever get rid of it, and it is a very long line, so it comes down below my knees, which I'm a big fan of. But honestly, the thing for me that I love is this emerald green color. I think it's really hard to see on camera, but it really is just one of those coats that I loved when I bought it. I invested in it and I have kept it in my wardrobe for 5 years, and I still love it and wear it all the time. Super warm. A wool coat is just like, it's a no-brainer. Perfect thing to invest in. I think it's quite nice to get one a bit more oversized. This one is fitted, but it actually fits quite a lot underneath. but more of an oversized big boxy one would be good because you can fit a lot more chunky knitwear underneath. I don't know if I'd be able to fit my chunky knitwear underneath this one. This I would say is more of a trend-led piece, but I know myself, and because I bought this in quite a neutral color, even though it is a snakeskin, it's not real snakeskin, it's just like a snakeskin pattern. Because it is like a neutral coffee color, I know I will just wear this forever and ever and ever. And I've been seeing these Nanushka Puffer Jackets for years now. I've always wanted one, and Muse in Ponsonby had one on sale. It was like 60% off, and I honestly just couldn't help myself. It is a vegan leather puffer jacket. This is not going to be for everyone, but I just thought this is going to be my South Island jacket. It is so oversized and massive, but it was one of those splurge moments where I was just like, you know, everything is quite neutral in my wardrobe. As you can tell, I just wanted one thing that was kind of fun that I could throw over anything. I love wearing it with sneakers and jeans. I could throw this over a dress going out for dinner in Queenstown. I am just completely obsessed with this jacket. Now, Nanushka is a Hungarian brand, which is really interesting, and they do a lot of really luxurious vegan leathers. So this is a vegan leather puffer jacket. The details are just absolutely beautiful. As you can see, it is kind of like a really nice brown coffee color. Sorry guys, my camera died for a second there. But yeah, I know so many of you guys aren't going to be into this, but for me, wearing this down in the South Island, I'm so excited to wear this. And it is so warm. It is obviously a puffer jacket. It's just one of those fun pieces that I feel like maybe in like 15 years time my kids will find it in my wardrobe and they might want to wear it when they're older, and I just think it's a really special piece to have in your wardrobe. But yeah, it was a splurge even with a discount. Nanushka is a very like premium, almost premium towards designer brand. Perfect especially for first thing in the morning. You're going out for a coffee or something and you just need something that is going to keep you warm, but you're also going to feel really stylish in. So a couple of the details that really had me sold on this was the gold buttons on the inside. So you can see that they're actually gold, and then on the outside they've just got like buttons that are the same as the rest of the jacket. It's really, really puffy, like all the way down. It is like a traditional puffer jacket. It's lined with cotton, so it's really, really soft. I love the color of it. I find as well personally the snakeskin is quite subtle, like it just looks quite textured from here. You can only see it if you look really close up. For accessories, I feel like it's pretty obvious what we need for winter. It's going to be cold, going more towards July and August, and especially if you are going to do, or if you live in the South Island, or if you are going to be going down to the South Island for a domestic holiday, which I feel like a lot of people are doing, including myself. It's kind of all about having the accessories that are going to keep you warm but also make you feel nice. But my first essential is definitely a good belt. So this is my Coach vintage belt. It has this kind of really cool brass buckle detail, and then a very, very like vintage, almost stained, tanned leather. But there's the kind of branding on the back, which is very cool. But I actually got this from the Glasson store in Newmarket in Auckland, because they have like a little vintage area out the back, and they get all of their vintage pieces in from LA. I've had this since, oh my gosh, it'll be coming up 2 years since I've had this belt now. But I absolutely love it. So I wear it with like every pair of jeans, doesn't matter what color they are. I feel like the tanned goes with everything, like that sort of color. And wearing a belt like this, just I think as well with the vintage look, I don't really like belts to look brand new. I just think they give a really interesting detail to the outfit. They can really jazz an outfit up. I feel like sometimes when you're wearing especially like a top and jeans, especially if you're going out, just having the button there on its own looks really boring, but look how much more interesting these look together now that I have a belt. Forgive me for the noise outside. It is raining, but the noise is very meditative, so I feel like it can give a nice relaxing aura to this video. So I actually haven't worn this out yet, but this is my Marle beanie. It is, let me just check, 70% mohair, 30% merino. And the thing is with beanies and scarves is I always think it's important to invest in one that actually is made of really beautiful warm fabrics, because otherwise they're not really going to keep you warm. I decided to go for the black just because I felt like it was going to go with everything. So with a really nice like a tanned coat, like a tanned colored wool coat or something, this would look really nice and give some contrast. I just feel like the black is going to go with everything that you wear. Doesn't matter if it's cream or black, khaki, black is literally going to go with everything. But yeah, the Marle beanies are so beautiful. Like, this is already just so warm on my head. The Marle beanie has a nice kind of like cuff. It folds up and then it's sort of almost got like a ribbed knitted style, so it has some texture, which is great because then it doesn't look too, like the texture on this is going to stop it from looking too robber like. Absolutely love it and I cannot wait to actually wear it. This is the Liv handbag from Saben. She is my pride and joy, and she's probably my favorite bag for the winter time because she makes me feel like Mary Poppins because I can literally fit a ridiculous amount of things in here. So she's nice and big. I love that the straps are long enough to wear like this. I find a lot of bags like this, they kind of end up being too short and there's not enough room under here, whereas this is like a really comfortable amount of space between the armpit and down to the top of the bag. To wear. It's so good. You can just throw it over your shoulder, you can fit all of your work stuff in it. It's a really nice kind of pebbled leather. She has really nice like gold hardware, 2 zips like this. I love the shape. She's just a bit different to your usual handbag, but she literally fits everything. My other handbag essential for the winter time is another little leather number, and you want something that's kind of, I guess, evening appropriate. I find a lot of little crossbody bags just aren't very, like, they're very casual looking. So when I found this one from Oroton, I was like, oh my goodness, that is the perfect bag to take out for dinner in the evenings or to any sort of evening work events I've got going on. It literally is the cutest bag I've ever seen in my life. I love it so much. So you can obviously either wear her just handheld like this, but she also comes with a long strap, and I really love wearing her crossbody because I feel like it's not just a bag, but it is like, it adds something to the outfit, especially if you're not going to wear a belt. Oh, it's just such a beautiful bag. I absolutely love it. And then, see, I probably, if I was going to wear this, I would wear it as like an accessory, and I would probably take the belt off, and there you go. That's pretty much adding a lot to this outfit. It is beautiful. I love how it sits like this, so it sits really like front on, and yeah, it's leather. It's so beautiful. It's more of a smooth leather, so different to the other pebble leather like my Saben bag. And the opening kind of goes like this. It looks like something from the 1920s. And I think that's why I love it, because it's like not vintage, but it feels kind of vintage. It basically fits my phone, my lipstick, my perfume maybe if it's a small one, my keys, what else? It might fit my sunglasses, and then literally that's it. But what else do you really bring when you're going out in the evening? So it's perfect. I'm so happy with this purchase. In the winter months, I really personally think there are only 2 essential pairs of shoes, and then you can kind of think about heels later on. That would be the sort of thing that would be, I guess dependent on your lifestyle if you go out a lot. But I think a good pair of white leather sneakers are perfect, ones that are going to go with absolutely everything. So these are from Veja. They are a sustainable French sneaker brand. They are very, very cool. You've probably seen them all over Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, they were an absolute nightmare to break in. The tongues of them are quite long, so this bit really cuts into like the front, at the top of the front of your ankle. But I've worn them into the point where it's actually softened up, and I can just wear them with my little like invisible sneaker socks. You know, the ones that you wear that make you look like you're not wearing socks because they're just like going around the edge of your foot. Anyway, I just love how these look. They are so comfortable. I pretty much wear them every single day of my life. But yeah, they were a bit painful to break in, but now I'm just completely obsessed with them. Like I mentioned, they are sustainable, so they are a little bit more expensive. You can get them from Father Rabbit, you can get them from Kowtow now actually. You know they've got to be good if Kowtow approves of them and is selling them. So yeah, they need to have a little bit of a clean, but I bought these in October last year when I was in London on my way home to New Zealand, because back then you couldn't find Veja pretty much anywhere, or if you could, they were completely sold out. So their branding is pretty iconic now, I would say. You can tell they're a Veja shoe because they all have this V on the side, and then they obviously all have this Veja on the back of them, because they are that more sort of classic tennis shoe style, almost a more slim chic version of Nike Air Forces, because they also kind of have that dotty feature on the front. I personally just think these are a little bit more classy, a little bit more chic. They are French, so anything French is obviously very, very classy and chic. The French just know how to fashion. Love them to death. They're so sturdy, they're really easy to clean, so I'm so confident that they're going to last in my wardrobe for many years to come. My final item to show you is probably, it's my newest purchase, and I did have to sell an organ to afford these, but I've been doing my research high and low. I've been trying to find the perfect pair of boots, again, that are going to last me a long time. As you all know, I'm very, very short, so I have to have the right point when it comes to boots, otherwise my legs just look short, and a good point just makes my legs look a lot longer and a lot more flattering. So I ended up investing, keyword investing, in my RM Williams Millicent boots. Now these boots have the ultimate point. I've looked honestly everywhere and I just could not find an alternative to these, because obviously, you know, there is a pretty hefty price tag on these, but that's because the way that they're made. You can have a look on the RM Williams website, but they're made, there's like 50 processes that go into making these boots, and they're made with like one piece of leather that wraps all the way around. They've really been designed to last forever, and you just keep replacing the soles. But I actually took them to the cobbler and I got a rubber sole put on. It's a bit of a controversial thing. Some people think it's bad for the leather because it's a leather sole underneath. Some people think it is the best thing to do. My dad worked in shoes for 20 years and he advised that I should do it, so I did. Yeah, because they had a leather sole, which was this all the way up, so we've just put the rubber on top here, and that's just to protect them so that they are a little bit easier to walk in. They're not as slippery to walk in, and that if I do walk in a little bit of water, they're not going to get completely destroyed and worn down like they would if it was just the leather. So they're very much a Chelsea boot style, so they've got the elastic typical Chelsea boot details around here. They have a Cuban heel, which I'm actually a bit of a fan of. I think they just look really cool. They have that almost like Western element to it, which is kind of, the Western boot is on its way out of trend, but I think keeping that element in a really nice classy Chelsea boot is really, really nice. Honestly, I put these on and these are the most flattering boots I have ever put on in my entire life. I'm still yet to wear them in. I've only worn them out once, but already they are my complete pride and joy. I am just completely in love with them. I am so happy that I decided to invest in them, but obviously I will keep you guys updated as I wear them more and more over the months, and then how I get on with them next year. And you know, I guess it takes a few years to be able to say whether I recommend investing in them or not, because they were a lot of money. But I've always been taught to invest in a good pair of boots because, like I mentioned, my parents, my dad and my dad's side of the family was in the shoe business for about 25 years. So I'm really chuffed with them. They are honestly so beautiful. They've got the RM Williams like tagging on the top and the back, but that kind of pokes up into your jeans anyway, so you can't even really see them, but I still think it's kind of a cool detail. They have this white stitching, which is also a really nice detail. I am a bit concerned about it getting dirty, but I guess once it's dirty it will just look black like the rest of the boot. And that is everything, I think. I've probably left something out, but you guys get the gist. I mean, with the nature of my job, I'm gonna always end up acquiring more pieces probably than the normal human, but literally I could happily get through the entire winter with just those pieces. Even going on into next year, like I won't need to repurchase those jeans. I shouldn't need to buy another black pair and denim pair of jeans for a long time unless I wanted to go for a different style. You know, going into next winter, next year, that's one less thing I need to buy. So going forward, it really should be saving you money throughout the years, and it's just nice to actually carefully think about everything you want to purchase and put into your wardrobe as the seasons go by. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all having an amazing week, and I will see you guys in the next video.